Hey, good morning, everyone. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about something I don't talk about very often, which is money. And the reason that I want to talk about that today is that in February, just celebrated 6 months of being back in business. Some of you may know that I've actually been technically a coach for about 4.5 years. However, I took a break after I got sick with my thyroid cancer and didn't coach for about 2 years. So back in August of last year, I basically relaunched my business and had to build it from nothing. So February was the 6 month anniversary of that. And so I wanted to kind of look at my income from when I first started in August and then compare it just to see like where I'm growing. I think it's important to measure progress and see where you're growing, just like I do with my weight and my measurements and my progress photos as far as like my fitness levels. That's how I measure that. So I looked at my income and I made in August just about $250 for the month. Pretty good for a part-time job, just starting a business. And then I added up all of February, and in February I made just under $800. So about 3 times, a little over 3 times as much as I made in my first month. So I thought that was pretty cool, right? I mean, what other job can you triple your income in 6 months? I mean, most jobs give you like a 2% raise once a year, but I can continue to grow that income and imagine, another 6 months from now, if I triple that again, we're talking like $2,400 in a month or maybe more. Now, I want you guys to understand that this isn't typical. There are some coaches who make far less than that. There are some coaches who make quite a bit more than that within that same time period. But I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what is possible. Coaching and the success that you have really depends on how much time you put into it, how much work you put into it, how coachable you are. When you sign up with a sponsor coach, your sponsor coach is there to mentor you and guide you. So if you're open to their suggestions and do what they tell you, you're much more likely to succeed. But I just thought it would be helpful for you guys to kind of get like a realistic idea of how much you can start to make like within your first 6 months of business. Excuse me. Think about what you could do. Even in that first month when I made $250, that's a car payment. That would have covered like several months of my daughter's gymnastics, because I think it was like $150 every 6 weeks. So that would have covered almost 3 months of her gymnastics in 1 month's income. And then think about what I made in that 6 month, which was $800. What could you do with an extra $800 a month? That's $200 a week. So, I mean, that's multiple car payments plus the insurance for it. That might be, for some people, depending on where you live, it could be a rent payment. It could be money towards a vacation. It could be money towards your tuition. There's so much that you could do with that money. So I encourage you to think about that. Think about what you could do with that extra money. And you guys, I'm only working part-time. I have a full-time job. So I do this on top of that. And what I do with my income for Beachbody is I reinvest it into my business and into myself. So, for example, I'm going to see Tony Robbins next week. I paid for that completely with my Beachbody earnings. The retreat that I just went on, I had to cover my flight and part of the house and, my food and stuff like that. All of that was covered by my Beachbody earnings. So it's all just reinvesting into my own personal development. I offer prizes to my coaches and to a lot of my customers for things. That's all paid for by my Beachbody income, but you can do whatever you want with that extra income. That's just personally what works for me and what I do. But I just would encourage you to think about what you could do with an extra $250 a month, $800 a month, whatever it is. And just remember that it can grow from there depending on the work that you do. If you're interested in earning a part-time or full-time income with something like this, or even just making a little extra money, maybe to cover Beachbody products or to cover expenses that you have for a vacation that's coming up, or maybe you're getting married and you want some extra money for your wedding, let's talk, because there are so many different opportunities within coaching, and I'd love to share more about that with you. And it's a lot of fun too. Like you're working, but it's actual like fun work. So way better than like going out and getting a part-time job, in my opinion. I'm holding one-on-one interviews this weekend, and it's not like a typical job interview. It's more to find out like what your goals are and how I can help you to reach them with this opportunity. So if you go to the link in my bio and click on that, and then click on, I think it's like get information about coaching or something like that. There's a short application that you'll fill out, and that will give me the information I need to reach out to you, and we can set up a time to do a one-on-one interview so we can discuss how this might be helpful for you. So thanks so much for listening. I'm going to talk to you guys tomorrow, and have a fantastic day.